Fadeaway World The NBA season is about to begin and fans have to be extremely excited to watch their favorite players hit the court once again after several months without any kind of regular season action, especially due to all the new faces we've seen arrive to new places over the last couple of months. Either via trade or free agency, NBA franchises are constantly looking to shift everything and make adjustments to become more and more competitive, so that definitely means making a lot of noise during the off-season every now and then. We've seen a lot of big-name signings like Gordon Hayward, as well as blockbuster trades like Paul George, Carmelo Anthony and Kyrie Irving, and even though they all seem to be natural fits in their new squads, others may not be as productive. Landing on a new spot isn't always as good as everybody expects, either because players are getting older or because they just don't fit the system or the long-term plans of their new home. That's why today, we're going to let you know about the top 5 players that aren't going to shine much in their new squads. Point 5. Thabo Sefolosha. It's been a long time since Thabo Sefolosha last became relevant, and now that he's a member of the Utah Jazz, it'll be extremely difficult to see him much time on the playing court, considering this team has a very good defense and desperately needs firepower. Ever since Thabo's last year in the Oklahoma City Thunder, his shooting stroke from distance completely disappeared, and now that he has a little more years under his belt, his lateral speed isn't quite there either. Besides, considering how crowded the Jazz are in the 2 to 3 spot, he's going to find it really tough to make an impact there. Credit NBA.com. George Hill arrived to the Sacramento Kings to be a veteran presence and mentor both De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield, as the combo guard isn't nearly as productive as he once was, and with all his injury history, they can't be thinking of him as a reliable option for the long-term future of the franchise. Hill is set to start the year as the Kings' leading point guard, but it's just a matter of time before their season goes down the drain and they have to offer the keys of the car to Fox, with Hill seeing his minutes drop to the low 20s at best, and eventually being dealt in exchange for some assets. Point 3. Darren Collison. The former Sacramento Kings point guard has decided to go back to redeem himself with the Indiana Pacers after a very subpar stint during the early going, but he's not going to have much help alongside to actually do anything impressive and earn himself a huge paycheck when this contract's done. Collison is going to have to play for Oladipo and Turner, and considering how much Oladipo likes to run the offense and have the rock in his hands, there aren't going to be many touches left for an aging veteran that's becoming more of a bust as years go by, and with the Pacers already looking forward to the next NBA draft, he won't have much chance to prove his worth. Point 2. Michael Carter-Williams. Michael Carter-Williams is way far behind what everybody thought he would be after winning the Rookie of the Year, never improving a single bit of his game and regressing every time he made a comeback after all the 100 different injuries he's had over his young NBA career. Now, he's going to have to stay in shape and share minutes with Kemba Walker, and he just doesn't look like a good fit for a Charlotte Hornets team that desperately needs spacing and shooting. So, if he can't provide much on the defensive end either, he'll likely be waived at some point of the season. Read more. Of these 15 players had their shots blocked the most times last season, 201,718. NBA preview. The Southeast Division, but top 5 worst starting lineups in the league. Lane Murdoch, Jr. Pelicans.com. It's been a very long time since Rajon Rondo was considered to be one of the best two-way point guards in the association, and even though he's still shown glances of his former self, the troublemaker isn't going to play nearly half as good as he once was with the Boston Celtics, either if Rondo leads the second unit or joins the starters to make Jrue Holiday play off the ball. He's just not going to do much on a team that's very likely to struggle to make the playoffs, and pairing him with DeMarcus Cousins in the same locker room isn't the brightest idea ever. Expect Rondo to have one of his good old tantrums and be sent to the doghouse at some point of the campaign.